Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to give you guys a quick mod update. I've been posting a lot of these mod updates with no commentary, but this one I kind of wanted to give some explanation too. So what I've done is I've actually updated the yarder with a new system. I'm going to make a tutorial video on this, so if you've noticed so far, we've had like a couple tutorial videos come out so far. This one will be kind of last in the line there, so there'll be a tutorial on how to use this thing as well as a couple others, but so what the mod changes, and the reason I wanted to make a video is to show you guys kind of how this works. The biggest problem we've had with this guy, you'll also notice the colors changed. I had a lot of bad feedback about the baby blue color, so now it's this badass military green color. So the biggest problem and biggest feedback I've been getting that's been an issue is that this guy is so tippy when you get a load of logs on, especially now with the new log weights. So what I've built is something onto it called a support car, which is this little kind of triangular device here. And what this is basically a support for the end of the yarding line. So in real life, a yarder has usually either a tail spot that it ties to. So for instance, we'll pretend this gas station is a tree or something. So you could tie the end of the yarder to this to support it so that the yarder doesn't go winging down the hill when it picks up a load of logs. And same difference, you have the tail end that ties this line all the way to a tree or a stump way off in the bush that connects it. So there's a nice taut space between the 2 points. Problem with this game is I cannot connect that line to anything on the other end just because there's no way to do it. And there's no real way to connect this end to anything because there's just not really a method for that either right now. So what I've done is I have put this thing called the support car, and I'll show you what it is. So once you're inside the machine, I've made a camera for it separately. So this is the support car, which moves very fast. I made it so it's really quick so you don't have to wait a long time. So it zooms in and out really fast. Basically what you want to do is find your yarding site. So mine's already set up where I want it. Fire this car out as far as you can. And I'll show you the difference of what happens with and without it. So I'm going to do it without it first, so I'm just going to leave it there for the time being. When I get out of this thing, I drop from the car, and it'll be right here. So we're just going to hook on these logs real quick. So hook on our little bunch of logs here. Oops, I just disconnected one here. Hold on. This one. Okay, so this is our bunch that we want to bring. So now the problem with this guy right now, we're going to look through this camera. So I'm going to turn on my winch. Once I start winching it up, you'll see the line starts going down, 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 and if I winch it all the way, it just pulls it to the ground, and that's not what the purpose of a yarder is. The yarder is supposed to bring it up. So this has been a big complaint and a big problem that we've had here. So if I go back to the yarder, you can see as I lift, see how that back end's actually going up off the ground? Well, we don't want that, because normally you could tie it off and you can't really do that. So now this is all the way. I'm just going to hit X to release it so it goes straight. So now the purpose of this support cart that I built onto it, you can actually send this car out against the ground. So you don't have to put it like right on the ground, because if you push it too far, it'll kind of glitch into the ground. So just put it so it's like, you know, basically near the ground so it's got support. Now what happens is it acts as a pincer point between the tower's top where the line comes out and the end of the line. So now when I go to winch my logs, watch what happens. So we'll pull them up. Now the logs just come right up, just like a real yarder, because now it's got that end down there that's holding it tight, and it's got that end back there that's putting pressure down on the ground. So it's kind of ultimately creates a yarding kind of deal, I guess you can say. So now you can feel free to pull your logs back to your yarding site. We'll just whip them up here, and we don't need to bring them right to us, but you get the idea. So now you can bring the logs right here. You can bring them down, drop them, put them on the ground, disconnect them, go back out for your next yard. And basically what you can do is just keep pulling all your logs into this line for this. And if you got to move it to another location, just pull back your line. If you want to pull it up off this mountain for some reason, you can set your line up so it sits kind of right on top of this mountain. You don't have to actually touch the mountain, because what will happen is once you put weight on this line for the logs, it'll bring that end down right into the mountain, and it'll use that as a pressure point for pulling. We're kind of high up here, but so then our line is way up in the air there, and it will be able to pull logs easily. Well, we can test it. This will be a good test. I don't know if I can reach that far. We'll find out. So let's grab this tree just for fun. The line might be a little too far, so it might go flying up there. I don't know. We'll see. So it moves a little bit. Yeah, it'll probably fly because you shouldn't really set a sky car that high, so it will kind of glitch out if you try to do really high heights. But if you stick to something more standard, like kind of, you know, halfway up this tree off the ground or a little bit higher, then it won't glitch out as bad. But if you try to do anything super high up, then yeah, you will get a little bit of a glitchy effect. So I just wanted to show what happens. But you see when I let go of that log, how this line let up? So if you attach lines, it'll pull it down and use that as kind of the support foot for the whole load. So, I mean, you guys can experiment it. It's still, like, very much a kind of a beta process. So, this will be coming out with the V12 pack with the rest of the stuff there. There's going to be variations of it that keep getting updated and changed throughout the next little while as I discover more stuff. But for the time being, it's working way better than it used to. So I'm hopefully thinking that that'll kind of correct the issue for anybody who's having it be all tippy anyway. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to give this quick mod update to show you guys kind of what the change is going to be. And yeah, it should be good. Okay, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.